on. Starting soon. Screen is off, and I still have to change some names. It's so weird. All right. So how you guys doing tonight? Let's see here. Figuring goes down here, and Cyrus goes up here. Everybody else good. Okay, sleep. All right. Let's get right into it. So last session began with you guys making your way up into this massive throne room that was kind of multi-leveled, and there was the three dead bodies laying on the ground, and you found a couple items off of those. And as you furthered your inspection, you saw this altar with this amethyst sphere up on top, this purple sphere. And as you guys started to investigate it with Figrin's familiar, this dead creature came to life, and gave talked through a couple options of how he could end your life. But in the end, he thought watching you run would be the most fun for him. So with a slam of his massive reaper on the ground, the floor started to crumble below you. You booked out of the room, started heading down the metal staircase, spiraling staircases that detached from the above island and slammed into the ground, where the arcane golem, the guardian of the next level, was looking at you. You guys booked. Otto and Figurin just took the fuck off. As the rest of you looked out for each other, keeping within an eye's range. As you maneuvered down, the challenges got harder and harder and harder, and you guys make it down. But you're soaked from head to toe. You know, you're beaten, you're battered. Some of you have had a really challenging time well in that. And as one by one you jump through the portal, climb out over the top, and you find yourself laying up against that stoned, ruined, it's bigger, like a longhouse or a cathedral base. As the center where the portal was, and the blocks just fold into each other, and you see for just a brief second that symbol on the coin that you found light up in the stone before it fizzles away, almost like an incantation of that. You see there as it fizzles away, and the sanctum is severed its ties with the material plane. You guys take a second, just a breath, and as you look around, all of that black energy is gone. And there's still signs of just suffocation. But it looks around. I believe, Killian, you asked if you saw your squirrels.
Yeah.
And I said no, I am wrong. Two,
Nice.
one for you and one for Cyrus. You had two, but you lost one. Just come down, and they don't necessarily get on you, but they get close and start, sniffing you. I think that's a good starting point for you guys. Otto, for you, you with your keen mind, you go. It's about 10 seconds has elapsed since you went into the portal. You know it exactly is 10 seconds, actually, Wiki Mind. But still dim.
For the sake of the exposition, I let everyone know that.
That's sounds like 10 seconds since we've been gone from this plane.
Well, a little more, but
Time works differently in other realms. 10 seconds in this realm could be days or weeks in another. It's all very new and theoretical, but it is possible.
Yeah, certainly we do have enough evidence to theoretically prove that time expands and contracts like something that stretches, like some kind of material we haven't created.
Yet we don't have the answer to the question, the most important question. Who here has a flask?
Oh,
I look at Killian.
I look at Killian too.
It's beer, but
Doesn't matter.
I start getting stuff out of my pack to make a sandwich. Like, really
Okay,
meticulously laying down some linen
What are we doing? Are we
and like
making camp,
napkins
right
and
here,
pulling out a small loaf of bread. I am just peckish. I cannot think properly without nourishment.
Do we want to find someplace safe and, hunker down for a little bit?
maybe we should try to get to the Grove.
I think we need to.
That'd be at least safe.
Yeah.
How far is that? Sorry, how far is that?
Don't worry, Nix. Killian will carry.
I think you traveled about 3 hours or 4 hours into the woods tracking this. I believe it was around there. And this was all like, just you guys took a short rest at lunchtime before you started this journey. So it's probably like 5-ish. I mean, and the canopy here covers, so it's really just auto configuring his watch and letting you know that it's around supper time.
Well, maybe we do make camp here then.
It's dark around
I think
9. So for this area.
I mean, if the corruption is left, I mean, what's to say we couldn't?
Nothing says we couldn't. It's just, do we want to be in this area where that portal was originally? That's all.
The portal's closed, right?
Yeah. The visual was like as the portal closed, the blocks that were around it collapsed onto the center where the portal was, and that's where you saw that symbol like release.
Right.
Look, I agree, and I do believe the power is gone from this point, but this point gives me the creeps. So
would you like to move like 10 feet over, or like do a perimeter check, or?
I was gonna say like more feet over than 10.
How many feet? How many feet would make you comfortable?
I think it's
No. Oh, okay. I just want to know how many feet are gonna make you comfortable, and we'll go that, and then we could tack on like an extra 50 if that makes you feel better.
Hold on a second. Let me roll a 3d6.
Cyrus.
Nix is chugging the beer this whole time while he's just waiting for it.
13 feet. No. At least 3 times that, right? 39 feet would make
how
me
about
feel
100? How about 100 feet?
100 feet is an excellent round number. I enjoy it immensely. Let's pace it out, and we'll camp there.
Here, let's just to be sure. Yeah, like just to be sure, let's use your pace. You go first. 100 steps. 100 paces.
But no, look, and I pull out my pace beads, I know for a fact that my 100 steps is not 100 feet, but I'll do that. So, all right. So I'm going to take, I'm going to take 145 feet of movement. I mean, for 145 paces of movement to get the equivalent of 100 feet.
And I thought the last 10 seconds was eternal.
Why are you making me do math at 21:30?
I just like the visual as Otto like starts walking away, like all of you are looking at him, the ones that have normal walking radius, and like you see him stop a couple times as it takes him multiple rounds to get to 100 feet.
Yeah, and each time I'm like moving my bead, flipping it over my finger.
I mean,
that's not even a euphemism.
Killian.
Yeah.
It's all of this is happening. You look off to the north, and you can see some like movement in the bushes, and you like close in on that for a second, and just like a couple deer pop through about 50-60 feet, like just moving around. You didn't see much wildlife on the way out.
Did they
there.
look normal?
Okay, 100 feet.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 24.
They look like they have some wounds on them, almost like a skin disease or something. You know, as you like make your way to like the outside of or the inside of the outside wall on the north, and you look at them, but they don't look like those squirrels that you saw on the way in. They don't look like that.
Okay. Once we get to the spot where we're actually going to camp, Killian will do a perimeter check. Just look around to see if there's any potential dangers or.
All right, so you guys are making camp 100 feet away from the building, right? That's
100 feet exactly
okay.
from the center of our camp.
From the center. I was just gonna ask that if it's from like the outside, perimeter.
Now I don't know how big our camp perimeter gets, but I'm charting it from the center. We're gonna put a fire pit right where my foot is standing.
Can you start a fire?
I think I have create bonfire. Let me check. Maybe not until I fall asleep,
You can do it
Well, you
without
hate
magic.
that? Oh my god, what? Yeah, I can create a bonfire. I do need fuel though, so
Hey, you're in,
someone go.
yeah, you're in a forest. So
No, I know. I just didn't want to imply that I was gathering wood.
Io.
No, not like
every
that.
time Otto starts a fire by himself, he can gather enough wood to get the fire going, but by he collects more and
And then it
goes
just
out.
died. It just died, and then I'm like, oh, again.
All right, I'll shut up. I'm sorry. All right, so you're starting a fire.
Yeah, I want a classic one. I want to put rocks around it this time. I don't know if we usually do that, guys. I mean,
Rand does
obviously
not make
someone-
the fires. So.
Yeah, someone who knows wood better than I, they can do that kind of tree gnome shit. You know what I mean? And then I'll start the bonfire.
All right.
And once I get a semblance of where everyone's going to be laying, if we're setting tents up or just sleep rolls, whatever it is, I will place alarm.
I don't think I have a tent.
Yeah, you guys totally left.
I think Bedrolled, yeah.
You know,
We left everything. We're sitting on the grass.
yeah, your cart's out by the road with your fucking
Oh, someone go get that.
with your donkey.
Oh, they definitely stole it.
No, it was 10 seconds.
It's been
Yeah,
10
we're only
seconds.
gone for 10 seconds.
Yeah, the donkey was like, what the
4
fuck?
hours.
They're limiting.
We took 4 hours to get here, though. So 4 hours and 10 seconds.
We left it.
Oh, you're right. Well.
Your nice hat's definitely gone.
Oh, fuck.
Is the
Someone,
cart
all right,
there?
he wants to come with me and head back to check on the donkey.
Fergrand will raise his hand. I do not.
It's dusk.
That's not how we usually do this, but okay.
The donkey's on its own tonight.
Well,
Probably forever, but
I mean, look, I'll be honest. I don't give a fuck about the donkey. It's cold, soulless, dead black eyes. But my hat is back.
it's definitely gone. Someone took it. Actually, it's probably the only thing they left.
You know,
Clearly not an ass man.
Who's gonna you gonna put it on a human child?
This was
And try to
also
pretend they're-
property of the Veiled Agency, so you guys can only imagine if you get back to headquarters and you do not have your cart, there will be some explaining that needs to be done.
See, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. We gotta go find my hat.
Nick's lose
But
her deposit on the
Listen,
car.
I'll go with you to check it out.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll
Already in my-
go.
I'm already in my bedtime clothes.
I mean, and I already set alarm up, and it's
Yeah,
I'm
Stay
not
not
gonna
here.
make
the
it.
rock catching my breath.
This is probably a conversation that's happening as you're getting ready to set alarm up. All right.
Fergrand will look at all.
If you
I
guys,
couldn't care less about the donkey.
if you guys beeline it, you'd be back to the road as it gets dark. That's about the time.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah, I'm not
I
trying.
think-
It's
I think
dinner.
we-
It's
yeah.
dinner. I'm thinking like 5 o'clock, and the sun sets in this section of Craycast at 9 o'clock in the current season.
All right.
Yeah, let's
Well,
get back and at least check on the donkey that's probably gone.
I'd put
Yeah,
this
let's
bonfire
go.
out, but I didn't collect enough wood, so
I
it'll
will change
probably.
back to my robes.
You can just leave fires going in the forest, I think.
Yeah, no, there's no laws out here.
Are you guys?
I'm
leaving
sorry.
The fire going in the forest?
I
Well,
stomp
I
it
didn't-
out real quick.
Oh yeah.
Killian wanted a forest fire.
There's no bears or anything.
Listen,
I mean, what are we gonna do? Kill a bunch of forest gnomes?
Dude, it could have been a Tropic Thunder like scream where you guys walk out into the grove and the forest is on fire behind you.
Just an eagle screeching in the background.
Guys, we gotta get a move on. We gotta get back to that donkey.
There you go.
Alright,
There you
I
go.
mean, my hat, obviously, is what I mean.
All right.
Now he's suddenly an ass man.
Um,
God, I hope someone
Right?
stole the hat.
Gosh, we could just get
So-
back to his girlfriend in the cart. All right, let's go, Otto.
I'd be so pissed if someone stole my fucking hat.
Yeah.
Little girl.
Montage.
If
10
I
bucks
find
on
a
that.
little girl wearing my hat, I swear to God, I'm shooting her with
Got
my
10
gun.
silvers. It's the boy.
Yes, I
The
can.
boy
Good
stole
work,
your
dude.
hat.
I'm gonna. Oh my God.
all right. So I need a perception or stealth check group. Going back this time is going to be group, and
yes.
if you are exhausted,
Perception or stealth?
I would say it's your decision on how you guys are gonna move through the woods getting back, or survival. I will say, you can either be quiet, you can be looking around, or you can be following your tracks. You tell me how you want to.
But
do
we're
it.
all making the same check whenever
You're
we
all
decide.
making the same check. So, who's leading this?
Stealth sounds fun, guys.
Stealth?
I'm by
Stealth.
perception.
Doesn't matter for me.
Oblivious?
I suck at everything, so
I'm good at stealth.
I'm better at stealth.
I'm good at following the person in front of me.
Very loud.
I'm gonna tie myself.
Perception.
I counter the very loud.
Perception it is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, perception.
11.
All right. Hold on. All right. So we got figuring with 11. Killian.
20, baby.
14.
14. Celeste.
22.
22. Nyx.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 with disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled 2 18s. I don't know if you can see that.
That's hot. Otto.
First, I rolled a 19 to sleight of hand to tie off on Killian, and I rolled a 14 in stealth.
Okay.
Was pass up?
But we're also doing perception, though.
We're doing,
No, we don't have.
You're doing perception.
We're not
Oh,
stealth.
sorry, you want
There's no
perception.
pass.
My bad. I was too jacked up trying to tie off on Killian. All right. Ooh, not great. 6.
6. Okay, and Cyrus.
I was very
Natural
distracted.
20 for a 21.
21.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So first off, Otto, man, you got tied off, but it's like you tied off and you like take your distance. Killian just starts turning, and Killian, you feel like a jerk on the back loop of your belt. And you look down and you can see Otto just like yanked at the waist.
Otto's got a giggle on that, I swear.
Okay, I'll say that's the 6. The rest of you, I mean, I think figuring it's a lot, and you were already set up, and you just had a sandwich. No one wants to go for a long walk after they just ate, and you're just a little distracted. But the core of you powers through. You know, it's a challenge at one point because the way it looked before you, when you came out here, is completely different. It's like just coming back to life, you know. Just before it gets completely dark, you guys crest the back arch where you can see the grove, you can see the oak tree in front of you, and way off, I think it was like what, 400 or 500 yards, you can see where you tied the donkey to and the cart, and you can see several figures, like just the way the shadows are, you just see it looks like several figures around that, and you're, you know,
how far are we?
400 feet, I would say, not 400 yards. 400 yards is like, yeah, that's 1,200 feet. You wouldn't see anything. So we'll say 400 feet. But
Otto, they're taking your hat.
I'm gonna double time it. Wait, no, I'm gonna double time it, and I'm gonna try to pull on the leash and see if Killian will keep up with me. I'm like, come on, we gotta get them. Come on.
Well,
What's
hold on.
rallying cry?
are you all running?
I will continue at my pace.
I'll pull out my
I-
shield.
Can I slip into stealth and try to follow, like, go around? If that's
Start moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, sure. Roll me a stealth check.
all right.
The rest of you are just going straight at it.
That's a good roll. That's a 26.
Yeah, I'm walking up.
Yeah.
I'm
running.
slowly going.
Yeah.
I'll run.
Yeah, you're running.
Cyrus, how fast are you going, Cyrus?
I mean, I like want to get around to their kind of flank before our group gets there.
Okay. I don't know whether to copy your move or to run out ahead. I'm trying to go between the two as the player.
What are you doing?
Uh,
What are you gonna do?
Well, since I have a faster walking speed than most, I'm gonna copy Cyrus and stealth out. I can do.
There's 1 point of exhaustion. That's just skill checks. That's not speed, right? That's
I
two.
think it's just skill check.
Yeah,
Okay.
just go.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself,
Ooh.
and then I'm gonna pincer go opposite around wherever I saw Cyrus go.
All right. So you go off. The other 4 of you are just going straight through it. Killian not being quiet. Yes, Otto.
I just need to, out of character, let Flash know that I was writing the term pincer in a pincer formation and they described that like after in the tail end of my sentence, and I was like, oh, I fucking love this group. All right, sorry.
Thank you. As you guys get about 60 feet away, the fort that's running straight at him, 60 feet, is Cyrus and Celeste. You're moving out, and you're getting like close to the road on both sides, because that's where it was. You see him stop, and like just they stop, and it gets real quiet. Yes, Killian.
Can I cast sleep on the area?
What's the range of sleep?
90 feet.
90 feet, yeah.
We don't know if they're hostile.
I was like, you just want to say hello. I love it.
Well, we don't want them to run, do
All
we?
more reason to use sleep. Who cares if they're lost?
Stab. No, it's okay. Stab the baby's dad. It's fine.
I do that again in a heartbeat. That goes dangerous.
If there's
See,
a
now
baby
I have a
out there,
character that doesn't care about this, so do whatever.
Rigrin, honestly, this is probably the most direct way to get what we need. So yeah, I'm here for it.
23?
23 is now.
So
Is
combined,
that
combined 23 hit points.
Combined?
Yes,
Okay.
it goes to the lowest and then goes up until you reach 23.
Okay.
So whoever has the lowest amount of hit points, and then until you get 23.
Cyrus and Celeste, it's like you approach the road, you like take that like slow step and like try to gain a vantage point, and you can see 2 guards. It's like 3 town guards or like a patrol, and the 2 outside ones just fall over. And the one in the middle stops, like he starts looking around. He's like, "Who's there? Who is it? Who is it? What are you doing? What's happening?" Starts like fucking freaking out.
I'll start shouting.
How many other guards are there?
Don't touch my hat.
Touch who's that? Are you doing this? Yeah,
Is there
this
one
is
in the middle or
against
two?
the law.
There's one standing, right?
Nyx is gonna cast thaumaturgy and say, "Back away from the cart."
Ah! Cyrus and Celeste, he like reaches down and with his right and left hand like grabs like a shoulder of each guy, and he just starts dragging him back. And this is your breaking the law. It's not cool, man. We're just trying to help. Come on, wait, what's up? What's happening? And he's slowly pulling people back.
I'll come up
You
right
better,
behind him.
you better hope all our shit's here.
Wait. I come up right behind him and I just go, sleep.
3 local patrolmen are 2 are sleeping and 1 is unconscious.
I think I went a little too hard on that one.
All right. First things first, let's do an inventory check on the cart, and then after that, we'll do an inventory check on the individuals. If any of them took anything of ours, like a hat, then
You see your
we know
hat
what to
in
do.
the carriage.
Killian, you know what to do.
Who's rolling the guards?
All right.
Wait. As Otto goes to go for his hat, I'm still like invisible. I'm just gonna start picking it up so he can't reach it.
Otto, just a small thing. In this group, he who passes the sentence shall swing the sword.
I don't think he could hold a sword.
Exactly.
I don't have.
Why are we swinging swords? I do not understand.
We're not swinging swords. It's a metaphor.
I have a hammer.
But seriously, Fig, you and I need to. We got to finish up those last rounds for like the cycling of my gun. I would feel a lot safer with my gun. You know what I mean? Like,
I have many thoughts of this. Yes.
You're
I'm
holding.
gonna like come myself. So does anyone want to tell me why they're sleeping?
Oh, they're tired. They fell asleep.
Magic.
Right. No, I gathered the magic part.
Wait, the most direct way.
Can you do
to
that
get
on
what we
friends?
needed.
Can you do that on like willing creatures?
I can try.
Because I might ask you for a little favor later.
Well,
It's fucking ambient.
For a magic ambient.
fun fact about that: I don't have spell slots anymore.
Oh, me neither. I haven't had spell slots for about hours.
Recovery works.
That was my last one.
So
I put Otto's hat on the donkey's head, and then I come to like.
Are we leaving now?
Well, no, we should probably camp now.
Well, I mean,
We
I'm
want-
gonna climb in
we
the
have-
cart. We'll get away
We
from
should
the.
probably not camp with
Wait,
unconscious
Why don't we talk about
officers of the law.
Why don't we just bring them to our camp and let them wake up?
Right.
Oh, and then
Charlie,
they can hang out with us.
Questions to answer.
I don't have
And
questions.
also, they didn't steal anything, so they're
We
probably
found
good.
them.
Yeah.
We can answer questions. Yes.
We found them. We just
So
simply
you put
walked
them
back to our
asleep? We
cart
found
and-
them. Yes.
they were asleep.
Yes. You cast the magic
One was
spell and
strangled
they
by
fell
the
asleep,
ship.
and we found them.
We can just leave them here.
All of that is true.
But if we go with Otto's path, I mean, I think we gotta.
Yeah, it seems unnecessary.
Like I said, I mean, it looks like they didn't touch my hat, and I got a few
Why
other
don't we
items.
just go up the road a bit and make camp?
Yeah, let's just leave them here.
Are we
Even if-
bringing them or no?
Even
Are
if
we
they
gonna
wake
have
up, they're
our
gonna
cart?
still see our cart. We might as well just have them wake up in our camp.
Should we? I'm okay with it.
Have them
They
wake up
weren't
tied up.
asleep. They're guards.
No, we don't need to tie them up.
No.
It's a simple misunderstanding.
Yeah, we didn't hurt them.
No, in fact, there was
You
these
gave them a
ruffians
little-
that came by, attacked them.
I hurt one.
It sounds
No,
like
it's
we've
not.
got
No,
a couple volunteers for taking them back then.
All right. So I think it's agreed. Killian, will you carry them, and we'll move the cart?
Wow. You
They-
let him
they
boss
wake up-
you around?
I stand.
Where are
I
you
get
carrying them?
When they wake up, we will explain the misunderstanding and how we put them to sleep.
No,
And
no,
now
no, no. We
they're
don't
waking up.
mention that. No, we found them like this.
Can we at least
And
offer
we're
them
actually-
some tea or
Well,
something?
you gotta
We
understand,
didn't-
deception
we
is
Gillian,
not.
we
something
didn't find them like that. That's not true.
Figuring we technically did find them asleep when we walked up.
Yes, after you cast your spell.
I like to
Well-
think the unconscious one is awake.
Share the half truth. Okay.
We're not. We're
the
not.
whole
That is not the truth.
But no, technically, it partially is the truth, Figuring. We
No.
walked up on them and they were sleeping.
After you cast your spell, yes.
Oh,
Well,
and this
isn't
one
that
was
last part true, though?
unconscious.
Both parts are true.
But why do we have to tell both? We could just explain the one.
Because that is not the whole truth.
No,
Sharing the whole truth gets you
I
in
mean,
more trouble.
I'll work this
though.
out for you, buddy.
This is
You know-
taking too long. I want to sleep. Get the
All right,
cart
we're
and let's
just
go.
gonna-
I
the
don't
one
care
that-
about these dweebs.
The,
They
the one
didn't
that
even
was in the
see
choke
us.
that choked out. You see, like his leg move a little bit, and his head start to shift. He's just.
If I had a fucking gun, I'd take care
Oh
of this.
my god.
We gotta go, Gunnar, else I'm gonna knock him out again.
But we not. I do not understand. You thought they were ruffians and robbers, yes, and you put them to sleep.
Yes.
Harmlessly.
The truth is the truth, and they should, as officers of the law, understand.
No, they won't.
But
want
hear
to
me
take
out,
us in.
Fig.
So
How
we're
many
gonna
officers
go
do you
and,
know that
He-
like to
he's-
maybe
Sits up a little bit.
I'm
Can
gonna,
I-
like,
Eh,
Can I go over to him? And
Yeah.
I want to be like, are you okay?
Oh, sir, are you okay, sir? You look like you fell.
my throat.
Let me. Can I take a look?
Oh shit! Ben! Joe! What the fuck's going on here? And he reaches for his sword.
No.
Oh, sir. Yeah, we just found you and your compatriots passed out.
Are you okay?
Give me a deception check.
Oh,
Making a roll of some kind. I don't know what.
Oh, this is all Nick's, baby. Don't even bother helping her.
morality roll.
I'm making a wisdom save or something like that to not just blurt out the truth. All right, I
Hold on
rolled
a
19,
second.
so I keep quiet.
This is a deception check, correct?
Yes.
I can treat any d20 roll lower as a 10. So I'm going to take the 10 plus 10 gives me a dirty 20.
And that's a failure.
Shoves the sword
As bad as you can get.
back in the pocket. Sits up a little bit. Starts hitting his co-workers.
Okay. Can I drop sleep? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is it concentration?
I don't know if it's concentration, but
But you can easily wake them up just by shaking them.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
help.
yeah,
We'll
that's
help
true.
him wake him up.
What the fuck happened?
I'm gonna go smack one.
You fell asleep
Hey!
for unknown reasons.
I'm giving Figurin thumbs ups. Like, yeah, good.
Sir, I'm sorry. What my compatriot here is trying to say is we just came upon our cart and found you and your compatriots passed out.
We were looking at the cart. I remember that. It's odd. Where'd you come from? Why'd you abandon your
coming
cart?
up the
You know
road.
it's gonna get stolen. Someone's gonna steal it if you just leave a cart. And it's a nice donkey.
Oh, you know me. I'm just I'm a woman. I just lost my cart. You know me. You know the woods. It all looks the same to me. Tree, grass, grove. You can't blame a little old woman like me losing her cart.
I wouldn't wander too far off in those woods. They can be very dangerous. We've had many reports lately, and we are waiting for our great Lord to send assistance in finding it. But
Sir, your
yes.
voice sounds awful. Here, take a sip. I'll hand him my flask.
You should have much less problems in the woods now.
What do you mean by that? That's good beer.
Um,
That's good beer.
Yeah, you
We
know,
were
that
in-
really is
in
a
the
good
woods,
beer,
and
right?
it
Figurin,
seemed
we could,
fine.
right?
Everything is fine.
You see his
That's right. And speaking of, don't you think we should maybe, get on the road again? We've lost a lot of time.
No, I think we
Well,
need to
yeah.
rest.
Actually,
Right, but not too far from
but
here, right?
we-
Set up
You know,
camp.
Actually,
we were trying to go to the
we
next
lost
town, but we
very
probably
little
should,
time.
we
Yeah.
probably should find a spot.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, as long as you're not starting fires in the grove, you can pull off.
We would
your-
never.
Who would do that in the middle of that wonderful
you
forest?
would-
Monsters
I'm not
would.
even
Yeah,
gonna
imagine
find
you
me
get there, an open flame.
Did we put ours out?
Yeah, just no fires. Hey, you can sleep along the road. That's completely acceptable along the Timberway. If we are from Hallstead, and fuck, our time. Shit. Well, we're gonna be late
I
for
tell
the
him the
shift change. So, if you don't mind,
Is that how far away is your village?
well, we're 6 hours now.
Travel
Not
time?
bad.
Yeah, travel time.
We
Would
will
you
camp
like
out
to
on the road.
just camp out with us?
No, that sounds like fun, but we have shift change, and we have to get the
It's
next.
gonna take you
patrol.
6 hours to get back.
Yeah, it's all right. It's our shift's up at 11. We're only a couple hours behind, so I won't have to explain that. It's all right. Joe and Ben here like sleeping on the job, so that's odd. I appreciate your assistance. And, if you ever make your way to Hallstead, swing by Den. We owe you a drink. Oh, you
What
too.
time of night is it
Dwarf.
right now?
Huh?
What time of day is it?
It's like 8, 9-ish. It's getting dark. You see one of
It'd
them
be
pull
3 in the
out
morning by the time we got there. So
pull out a torch and light a torch and starts walking towards that cross that you guys found earlier in the day. To the left or to the right was Hallstead, and towards the left was Willowbrook, which is ultimately the path that leads you to the Crosshaven and Silent Pines.
So would you like
Day to you, officers.
one more sip for the road?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no. Thank you.
I'll hand him in.
Yeah.
Drinking while on duty is extremely irresponsible.
I'll just reach my hand out and just say,
Quite fine.
"Name's Killian."
That's
Name's
good.
Killian.
Oh, this tastes familiar. Did you get it from a tap room?
It's a family recipe,
No way. This
home
is-
brewed.
Every time you go to grab it back, he's now like taking an extra sip, and he's like, "That's a good recipe."
Oh,
I'd love to hear about it. Make it to Holstein. Swing by. And we're there usually, after shift change. We owe you around. I appreciate it.
who would we be looking for?
Huh?
What's your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Brian.
Killian.
Killian.
Ah, yes, Sleepy Brian.
Ryan, Ben, and I'm sorry,
Joe.
Joe.
Joe. Okay.
Ah, yes, Sleepy Joe and Sleepy Brian.
Now that they're standing up, Brian does seem like the squad leader of this. You guys can see he has a little bit better armor. His weapon looks sharp. Joe is this tall, lanky guy that kind of has these long, like dirty blonde sideburns that cut down almost to mutton chops, but they cut off right before that. And Ben is dark brown, more of a clean cut, looks younger.
This is a complete waste of time. We should leave.
All right. Well, hey, safe travels. Stay away from the woods, little lady.
So, sir, I'm gonna need that flashback first.
Stay awake, sir.
Yeah, I will try. Thanks, guys. Be safe. Prosperous reach. Yay. And they just start heading off north. And okay.
Camp.
Yeah, just camp down here.
Well,
All
that
right.
seemed like a hat on a hat. A little extra, don't you think?
I think so. I don't know why Figrin attacked him, but
Farron looks a little disturbed.
it's a joke, Figrin. You did good.
Contemplative.
Well, I'm tired as heck. Can we get back to the camp already?
Let's go camp.
We need to make a camp.
No, we already have it right there. We never took it down.
Yeah.
You guys didn't leave the fire going, did you? Shit.
Are you
Shit.
going all the way back into the woods camp? You're just
No, the one right here.
Yeah,
The one
where you
that
took
you
your
left-
No,
short
we're just
rest.
gonna camp out here. Just gonna make camp here.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Seeing how you're camping right by the road.
Yeah.
You guys, let's do 3 watches. All right, and it's who's taking first?
I'll take
I'd like to take watch with Otto. I don't care when it is, but I'd like to take my
I'll
watch
do
with Otto.
first with Cyrus.
Okay, and then
Second, then
I'll do
Yeah,
third.
let's do second.
and then third with
Yeah,
Nix
Fig and
and
Otto.
Killian. Okay.
Or I'll just let Nick sleep if she needs to.
She needs
Exhaustion.
some
That's a great idea.
That's yeah. All right. So first, roll me perception checks. Are you ignoring the orders of the guard, and are you starting a fire?
I
I just
don't.
pass
I don't
out.
think we have a reason to do a
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful night. The stars are out and bright.
I say we go sans fire.
I will where a fire would be. I will pick up a one of my crystals and I'll cast light on it, and I'll just put it like in the middle of where the fire would be.
I think we don't want light.
Well, I mean, Killian's also got a couple arcane sconces I shoved in his bag too. So, you know, if we
Yeah, I fucking know. I almost died for him.
I will take away the light.
Thanks for carrying those. buddy.
Apologies.
No. It's. Thank you for the concern, but I think we'll be okay. You guys get
was
the
not
rest.
concerned for you.
But
All right, I'm gonna once we kind of get situated, I'm gonna set alarm around our basic camp. And when first shift goes, I'm gonna sit around the pretend fire, and I'm gonna go through my notes and start to put them back into method of loci. Put it all into my mind palace. I'm just gonna start doing my exercises and record everything I can that I wrote down, everything that I remember, and put it all into my special.
Okay. All right. You guys doing any identifying before you go to bed, or are you just hitting the head?
Hey, what do we got left? I feel like we hit up a bunch of stuff, but I'm not entirely sure. I have to go back 2
They're
episodes.
probably in your inventory, not mine, because I would miss a session.
No, I don't carry any.
I think the only 3
Killian's
items
got everything.
were the ones that you pulled off the wizards in the throne room that you haven't identified.
Oh, that we haven't? Okay.
Before bed, I would take the time to at least identify.
Yeah.
Ritually, I'll identify as many as I can.
I hate to put this on you, but I'm gonna put it on Fig, and I'm just gonna be like in my little days
Yeah.
of semi trance while working with paper in my mind.
All right. So, Figrin. The first item is the ring, which is a ring of mind shielding. The second item is a cloak of protection. And the third item is a coin purse. And as you open it and start emptying the contents, it has 475 gold pieces and 2 like rubies, probably worth 50 to 75 gold piece.
Who found these items? Because I wasn't here for that session.
You were it was like a group effort in the beginning of when you walked
Yeah, it was
in.
just stuff
It was like you saw the dead wizard bodies, and these 3 items were like the only thing that were intact in the room. Everything else.
I feel like I wanna.
What
Feel
was that
like
second one
money
again?
wise, I would bring it to the group. I would let everyone know how much money's in the coin first.
What was that second one again, DM?
A cloak of protection,
Mhm.
and then the ring of mind shielding. I will look at Nyx and wow, hold on. Chance, I can't remember the character's name. I'm sorry.
Cyrus.
Cyrus. I feel like the 3 of us are probably the ones who would benefit from that the most. Maybe Otto. I'm assuming it's a +1 to your AC.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't need it.
Then I'm gonna look at Cyrus and me.
I am Cyrus.
Not Cyrus. Oh my God, names. Nyx and me. Nyx, what's your AC?
12.
Then you should take it.
I agree.
I will accept it. What was it called again?
It's a
cloak of protection.
And this
Cloak of
one
protection.
is
Honestly, it looks way too big for me.
like a dark red on the outside and like a silky black on the inside.
I
My
have
dragon's
just the
hide.
dress for this.
Yeah, I got my dragon's hide, so I have an AC of 15. Ring of mind shielding, if I remember correctly without looking at it, it keeps people from reading your mind. When you die, your mind goes into the ring, and I'm not sure what else.
Here, hold on. I'm pulling
Not something.
I'm pulling it up.
That's a good question.
D&D Beyond. Here we
That's
go.
right.
All right. Well, you are wearing this ring. You are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying or know your alignment or your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible, until you remove the ring or die. If you die while wearing this ring, your soul enters it, unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer cannot prevent this telepathic communication.
Also, want to point out, really good for bad liars.
Yeah, I was actually gonna bring that up. Figurin would not think. The only thing that piques Figurin's interest, and I'll say in character, the implications of continuing your mind and your knowledge after death is intriguing.
Oh man, imagine if Figurin died and then I put the ring on. 2 of the brightest minds in the world, potentially with a fucking gun. You know what I'm saying? Is anyone else thinking about that?
I am more thinking of preserving our expert of time magic.
Of course.
If something were to befall me.
But also, 2 minds, 1 gun. It writes it.
Cyrus, will you take the ring if I die?
Yeah, of course.
All right. I could give it to.
Unless you want it, Cyrus. You're a man of intelligence and arcane knowledge.
I think it's best that you have it.
The lying thing is something else, and I'll just put the ring on. And then the coin purse, I'll just skip to the party. Whoever, I Figurin is not one to think to keep that.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'll probably just grab it. I think I'm holding all the other money.
We will require
I
some
love money, but
coinage.
How heavy it is.
At some point, to record spells, I will need coinage.
Figuring this
But I am
is
accustomed
all of
to
ours.
someone's.
I'm accustomed to someone else handling my finances.
I'm fine helping you with that, Figrin. If you need money, just let us know.
You know.
All right.
Oh, and that is everything.
So, about
I'm gonna try not to dwarven, slur.
it's like gets
What do you
close
mean?
to like 11 o'clock. Figuring Otto, Killian, and Nyx find you, pull out your sleeping bags, your wool blankies.
But can I attune to the ring before I go to bed?
Yep. Cyrus and Celeste, perception checks.
17.
17, okay.
I got a 13.
13, okay. You get a handful of travelers pass you in the 3 hours that you watch. Cyrus, as you're keeping an eye out, your squirrel that bonded with you when you guys put the tiara in the tree, like just comes up and sits next to you. Has like some acorns, and just hangs out and eats its nuts.
Hello, little friend. And I'll kind of like, I'll pet him while he's eating and
Keeps looking at you and then looking back towards the oak tree. And like, I guess you get the feeling like he doesn't want to leave his home, but he does feel bonded to you.
listen, if you need to say, that's you probably don't understand me. I'll kind of bring him over to the oak tree. I'll be right back, and I'll bring the squirrel over to the oak tree and kind of set him down, and this is your place. Where we're going, I don't know. There's danger all around, and you'll be safe here. And I know I'm talking to a squirrel. It's been a weird couple hours, but
All right.
now I'm gonna walk back to the fire after petting him and giving him a handful of nuts.
Okay.
Or not the fire, but the camp.
Yeah. Celeste is there, just keeping an eye out. Here, anything you guys want to chat about, or
I'll just, Celeste, do you think what we're doing matters, is important?
Well, isn't that a loaded question? I mean, it's hard to even think about whatever our mission was to come out here, and all of a sudden we're gone for literally 10 seconds, but it was like 10 hours.
Right.
And then I don't know, that's boggled my mind the whole time. But I mean, is any action of any in particular person worth its moment in history unless someone documents or whatever affects it, right? I mean, no one knows what's going on back at my home. No one knows about yours or whatever unless you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there's a bigger picture, and I think that's why we're all with the agency, right?
Right. No, that makes sense. I don't know. I get the feeling that this whole, I don't know. I just don't know if I guess I'm just having a crisis here. Oh, it's been a rough couple days.
I think a little bit of sleep would do us all a bit of good.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And who's the
Oh.
next group? Who are you waking up?
Me and Otto.
Yeah, I figured an auto.
Okay.
The smart ones.
Yeah.
All right, let's wait for
Ready
that.
for
And I'm so sorry because I know you were ranked.
I'll accidentally be a bit too rough with Otto waking him up.
Otto and Figrin, you wake up. Both of you give me a perception check. In the meantime, Nyx, as you're starting to drift off into sleep, just the moments, the missteps of the day. It's like, you know, that feeling where you're almost asleep and you miss a step and you fall down the stairs and you like catch yourself, and then you it happens again and again. And as you finally drift off into sleep, you find yourself standing on the edge of a still dark lake under a moonless sky. The air is thick and heavy with oppressive silence, broken only by the soft, rhythmic lapping of water at your feet. Your reflection stares back at you from the surface, but something is wrong. Its eyes are hollow, dark, empty pits that seem to stretch forever. A shiver runs down your spine as your reflection begins to smile, a slow, twisted grin that grows unnaturally wide, stretching the skin of its face, pointing and tearing. Without warning, it reaches up, breaking the water surface, and grabs the ankle with a cold, dark, skeletal fingers. The pull is relentless. Like you're trying to stand up, and then you slip and you fall like on your bum, and you have your hands, and the soil's wet, and it's pulling you into this lake, dragging you down into the inky depths. You gasp as your body breaks the water, and only water starts filling your lungs as the world above becomes a distorted blur. Your reflection's face, now controlled with with the light, watches you sink. As you are dragged deeper, you see other faces beneath the surface, distorted, waterlogged, and twisted with fear. They begin to whisper, it's just all of these creepy whispers. Their voices merging into a cacophony that invades your mind. Join us. They chant in a voice that is both many and one. Join us in the depths. The cold becomes unbearable, your limbs growing numb. Just as the darkness fully closes in, Celeste bumps, like you feel Celeste slap Otto to wake Otto up, and you're jostled out. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
3.
Okay. All right, Otto and Figrin, as you guys come to, you see like Nyx just shoot out of her sleep for a second, and then lay her head back down and close her eyes, and just coast back into silence. Celeste and Killian, you get your bedrolls out, wool blankets. It does get down into the mid-50s here at night during this season. So, you know, Sometimes it's nice to have a little cover. What's your perception checks, fella? Actually, should we go to break?
5.
Should we do break? It's 10. I just looked down. It's 10:30. Oops.
Didn't even realize.
Yeah. So
I mean, we should do break, but also 14.
5 and 14. Perfect. Okay, we'll come back with Otto and Figurin's watch and continue the session. Yeah. All right. Is on. All right. So, taking the middle of the night shift, Figrin and Otto, you only catch like 2 people that pass down the trail in the middle of this night. Crickets surround your ears, and just that middle of the woods kind of silence, but you're not alone. You know, there's just that ambient noise happening.
Do I have a question? Are we dishonest?
Well, I mean, some of us are dishonest in different ways, and sometimes that dishonesty isn't as bad as you think. I'm dishonest all the time.
These are majorless liars. How can we trust them?
Like liars. No, I thought you meant like pretending to be normal.
I don't know what that is either, but
Right. No, it's fine. We've been working on it. You've been doing great. And no, I think our group maybe
it is. Figrin does not understand the quickest way to a situation is the truth. And I do not understand why we lie to the gods.
Oh well, they don't matter. It's not, how do I say this? All right, so sometimes it's easier to just say or act like what people want or expect to hear, because that greases the wheel, makes the machine nice and smooth, and it just works smooth. Because that's easier
How
than
do
necessarily.
we know what they want?
Well, I
The
mean,
people who do not matter.
it's not that we really have to know what they want. We just have to blend. Just have to and to be normal and boring.
So-
and,
It is okay to lie to those who do not matter.
Yes.
Right.
I think that's okay. All right, we're going to revisit this because we may need to do some addendums to this one, okay? But I want you to know that for now, if someone doesn't matter, and I mean that from our group standpoint, our collective goals, if they have nothing to contribute directly to it in either way, then yeah, it's okay to be deceptive to them, especially if it makes the social interaction go by faster. You know, when everyone's like, hey, how are you doing? And you tell them how you're doing, don't do that. Lie to them. Say, I'm wonderful, and just move on, or something positive. I don't know. There's probably a better word. We could talk to Nix. But my point is, don't ever really try to tell them full truth. They can't handle that.
So if someone is useless to our goals,
Mm-hmm.
we tell them whatever we can to get them to go away.
Yes.
If they do not think,
You got it.
if their
You got
goals do not align with my goals, then they are worthless.
Well,
If they
no,
do not
you're
think what I
talking
think, then they are no good.
No, we're talking collective goals here, the group's goals, and we're going to need to find a democratic way to resolve some of this. But mostly just, listen to me, and it's going to be fine. Not everyone is the enemy, but not everyone needs to know the whole truth.
Not everyone is the enemy, but not everyone matters.
Yes. I think that's it. I think we made some ground. I'm a little nervous, actually. I'm going to go back to fidgeting with my watch. Wait, hey,
There's more.
do you want to talk about bullets? Like not the ones that you use in a sling. I'm talking about, the custom ones for this thing piece. And you may notice I've gilded the lily, if you will, on this. I've really started to dress up gun.
You're putting flowers on it.
Yeah, I just wanted it to look cool. And I thought that thorns were too cliche,
You are, how would you say in common, pulling my leg,
I mean,
yanking my tail.
You're getting really good at it. You really are. Look, all I'm saying is I need a lot more brass. I'm going to need to talk to Killian. I feel like he's got some insider.
We need to reach civilization.
Well, yeah. Oh, we do, but I need your help with the charging. We've been talking about 3-shotter I might have, single shotter. Like, I got to start with something.
I think we need more tools than we have here.
Fuck! I mean, it's not your fault. Don't take that personally. You know what it's like?
You're accustomed to your outbursts.
Holding a piece of heavy machinery designed to compensate for living weakness, like it's just, and then you're holding it and you love it so much, and it loves you back.
Really?
But also, it doesn't work. It's like impotent. I have this.
I know exactly how you feel.
I'm gonna kiss my gun and I'm gonna hide it back in my daddy's book, and then I'm gonna put that away into my daddy's sets.
We're gonna feel like kind of like nod and go, it does work, and then go back to waking up the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just before you do that, because level 5 in shit. So sorry guys, there's a lot of sequences going on here. Otto, as you're fidgeting with the watch, and as at one point in a lull of conversation with Figrin, as he starts paying attention to something other than you, your mind falls into a familiar rhythm. The steady ticking of gears, the soft hum of arcane mechanisms, the comforting soundscapes of your craft. You feel a pull, gentle at first, like a whisper on the wind. It grows stronger, becoming irresistible, drawing you away from the comfort of your stasis and into a deep, dark place where time itself seems to bend and twist. Your eyes blink open, and you find yourself standing in the middle of a workshop, a place you know intimately. Though it's been years since you've seen it, the smell of oil and brass fills your nostrils, mingled with the faint hint of a familiar lavender your father always kept in a small pot by the window. Every detail is precise. The worn wooden floorboards, the cluttered workbenches, the half-finished clockwork creations waiting to be brought to life. This was your father's sanctum, his world, his legacy. As you take a step forward, you hear the ticking, Slow and steady, it echoes through the workshop, not from a single clock, but from everywhere at once. The air feels thick with a kind of magic that is both arcane and deeply personal. And then you see him. There, at the heart of the room, stands a figure, a man bent over a workbench with his back to you. And you recognize that silhouette anywhere. Broad, gnomish shoulders hunched in concentration, with his familiar tilt of his head as he inspects some delicate mechanism with unwavering focus. Your heart clenches in your chest as you realize this is him, your father. And though his form is slightly translucent, glowing with an ethereal blue hue, he is real to you now as he was in life. He turns slowly, and your breath catches your throat. His eyes are kind, as they always were, but there's a sadness there. There's a weight that pulls at his features. A faint smile crosses his lips as he looks upon you, his son, his pride. My little tinker. He says softly, his voice like a soothing melody that you thought you'd forgotten. You've grown so much since I left. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to see it. He nods, his expression solemn but warm. He reaches out, his ghostly hand passing through air like mist. Yet you feel the warmth of his presence, the steady beat of his unwavering love. I am not the father you remember, not exactly. I am something different now. A memory given purpose. A spirit bound to a greater will. But I am still your father, and if you will allow it, I will be your guide, your protector, and yes, your patron.
Of course, Father. I know I still have so much to learn. I've been trying to follow in your footsteps, and I've been tracing so much of your research, and there's a lot of it I can't understand yet. And I'll be honest, they put some of it on me, and they just expected me to know it because I was your son, and I'm just faking it for now. But I'm ready. I'm ready to learn. I know we can pick up right where we left off, or we can pick up even further. I've learned so much since the last time you were teaching me.
His hand goes on your shoulder. Says, now, Otto. Let's not get too excited. Trust yourself. You know, you've been around. You were my best apprentice. As the room grows dimmer, shadows lengthening along the fabric of reality bends at his will, you can feel it. An immense arcane energy pooling around him, a power that resonates deep within your blood. Feels like the ticking of a clock, a rhythm that matches your own heartbeat. You have chose a path that is both wondrous and dangerous, he continues, his voice growing firm but never losing warmth. The weave of magic and fate is a delicate one, and I want you to understand, I never left you. I never could. My spirit will guide your hand, empower your craft, and protect you in what could be some dark days ahead. He pauses, his eyes locking onto yours, with a depth that pierces through your very soul. So you accept.
Of course. I accept with 100%.
He turns back. He's like, I'm glad you will walk with me in this path, knowing that even in death, my love, my duty to you remains unbroken. The workshop falls silent. The ticking gears slow almost to a stop as the air holds its breath. In this moment, you realize this is not just a choice of power, it's a choice of trust, of love, of honoring a bond that has transcended life and death itself. And as you feel the tears well up in your eyes, you know, whatever choice you make, this moment will define you. And at that moment, you pop up and you're looking at the clock, your pocket watch. And it's just got that blue hue that was around him in the workshop now lights up all of the numbers on the clock, like you held it underneath the sun, glow in the dark style. But this is like, in essence, a piece of power. Also, you get in your mind like a thought, like a moment of like ultra focus and about attaching the clock to your gun. And you start doing these, and before you know it, your guys' shift is open and you got like 4 pages of ideas going. Who's last? Nyx? Killian?
I am.
Jillian.
Yeah, Killian.
As I go, I will look at Otto and say, I was thinking, Otto, perhaps small gemstones as bullets might work. Imbued with force energy. This idea.
I think you're right. And I think I can help imbue the force with you. Together. I want to learn how to do things. I want to make it with you. Combine
We
our
need
power.
to build a forge of some sort to transfer this energy.
Go wait.
Gideon, wake up.
Killian. We both.
Man, we're like talking over him. He's probably been awake for a little while we were talking.
I've been up this whole time.
Crystal forge, a crystal bullet forge.
I can help you build the forge if you need. But
All right, never mind.
Not
I'm
today.
sorry, I got ahead of myself.
just I'll take the last watch, go to bed, and I'll look over to Nyx and just let Nyx sleep. She's
You see a twitch.
Okay. I figured I would go to bed now.
Alright. Killian, roll me a
I
perception.
also go to bed, but there's a period of time where I cast light on something and I put a blanket over my head, and so I'm like working on things with like a glowing light.
Alright. It's like Boy Scouts. You got the flashlight. Looking at a Playboy from 1983.
Nudie Magazine Day.
Oh, yeah, roll for
I got a 16.
16? Okay. In the beginning, it's slow, and then as the light begins to crest, actually before that, when it's still dark, being back under a familiar sky is warm. You can see the moon, Ligra, bright, full in the sky, all the stars out, and you just actually where your camp is. Oh, geez. Now I'm gonna tear up. Where your camp is set, where you're at in the grove, you're actually facing the Whispering Hills, and you can feel like the longitude in it, and you're almost directly like just they're just that way miles, and with the just it's the hollow, and you take a swig off of your beer skin, because it's not a wine skin, let's be real.
Yeah.
You think of that moment when the guard was like, yeah, he had it pegged. You knew he knew. And it just, I don't know if it warms your heart or reminds you why you're doing this. But there's just that moment, and then the sun starts peeking behind you, casting all the shadows across the east rises and all the west, where you're looking, and as daybreak begins, traffic is busy here in the morning. And before we go to that, Celeste, as you fall asleep, your eyes open to a long, dimly lit banquet hall. The ceiling is obscured by darkness, and an ancient, rotting wooden table stretches endlessly before you, lined with faded, threadbare chairs. Seated in them are shadowy figures, each one faceless and hunched, dressed in tattered clothing from different eras. An unnatural silence hangs in the air, broken only by the creak of the chairs as the figures shift in place. On the table, platters are heaped with food that has long since decayed. Mold-covered bread, rotting fruit, meat swarming with maggots. As you take in the scene, the faceless figures all turn to you in an eerie unison, their heads snapping toward you with a creaking noise that pierces the silence. A sense of dread fills your chest as you realize they are waiting for you to take your seat. The seat at the head of the table is empty. A throne-like chair with dark stains upon its wood. Against your will, your legs move. You are drawn to it, unable to resist. As you sit, the figures raise their hands and begin to eat. Ravenously, desperately, what you thought were shadows are actually hollow, sunken faces. As they consume, their mouths stretch impossibly wide, with the food rotting further as it touches their lips. You feel the chair beneath you grow cold, almost freezing, and suddenly you are unable to move. From the shadows behind you, you hear a low whisper, "Eat or be eaten." Cold hands grip your shoulders as the nails start digging in painfully. Before you can scream, you wake, your heart pounding. And you look up and you see Killian with a diligent eye looking out over, and the sun is just piercing up. And you guys all wake, fresh rest, and level 5.
Go.
Did you I know some of you, did all of you roll hit points?
I just rolled. I got a 5.
5? I know Nick's rolled last time.
I rolled. I can't remember what I got, but I know I applied it.
Yeah, I did too.
I rolled a 7 last
I think
time.
it was like a 5, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah, my total hit points at level 5 is 32. So
Mine's total is 39.
Wow. Not bad
Pretty
for
good.
some wizards.
My total's 38, but I currently have 24. I haven't slept yet.
Yeah, you said
So I
gotta put a
rolled
long
it
rest.
and applied it in the max, but
you get.
so I'm gonna take the long rest now.
Yeah, everybody gets the long rest.
It's boner time.
Nice.
All right,
Well, I'm
so
gonna switch out my spells.
yep. Prepare yourselves for the day, and it's 11. So let's figure out what you guys would like to do and where you would like to go, and go from there.
And they continue on to where we were supposed to go, which was
Yeah, I can't remember their name.
I got it here. Hold
Let me
on.
look up my notes. Don't make me do it.
wood
You're going to
something.
Halstead, right?
No, I thought we were going to the other place.
Silent Pines,
Yeah, there's that pines beyond it.
Maybe I was going towards the other town.
and then we're going to Krashaven afterwards to meet up with Mello.
And that's where I want to go.
That's where I wanna
Yes,
go.
of course. Afterwards. Afterwards.
All right, here. Okay.
Dang, I need some equipment. I feel that Killian and Figurin could help me with. And don't you think it would be easier to travel with me if I felt safer?
You don't feel safe enough with us?
I'm
Is
just
this
saying.
something we can do here, though? I mean, do we have the tools to make something makeshift for now?
Yeah, but what if I could sell? Just feels all the time. Carry it in my little.
Could I use, while we're getting up, could I use my jeweler's kit to take my amethyst and whittle it down to, like, bullet sized? Like, break it up and kind of whittle it to, like, several bullet sized gems?
Yeah.
I mean, he's seen my chambers, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And by that I mean little cylindrical holes. I've showed them to him a lot.
We can use these, Marco, but we need to imbue them somehow. If we can find a focuser, I could use my dragon's breath, channel that into them.
I like where this is. All right, what could we
We
use?
need a forge of some kind that's capable of holding and redirecting.
Perfect. I know a guy.
That's something we have the tools to do here, though.
I mean, I've got my pocket forge.
Oh,
It's. All right. Look, we've got a plan. We've got a fucking plan, and I feel safer already. Could anyone feel how good I feel, like in terms of like compensating as a rock gnome? Like I can feel the safety. It's almost like right there. It's almost there.
All
I
right,
know
so
exactly how you feel.
you guys are breaking camp down. You pack your cart up. You get your donkey back on the road. About 100 yards ahead is the T. To the right is Halstead. To the left is Whispering Grove. It has that old arrow and not mileage, but it points you in it. You guys are gonna go to the left, right?
Whispering Hollow.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
So
we'll check in on our guard buddies another time.
I
You gotta go that way eventually anyway.
I need someone to roll me a D20. New day of travel.
I can do that.
All right.
With 8.
Work. Let me see here. All right. So as you guys continue on, you break through probably like mid-morning as you catch up with. You follow the trail, and a brook, like a little creek, starts weaving its way along it. As you follow the winding curve of the timber trail, the wooded area begins to open up, revealing a glimpse of soft rolling hills dotted with patches of vibrant green. The air is fresh, carrying with it a faint, sweet scent of wildflower mingled with the subtle, earthy aroma of the nearby brook. You crest a gentle rise, and there before you, nestled in the shadow valley beneath a canopy of graceful swaying willow trees, is the quaint village of Willowbrook. The villagers seem to be cradled in the embrace of nature. You see its thatched roof cottages, simple timber houses tucked amidst a cluster of willows that seem to dance in the breeze. These ancient trees, their long, thin branches trailing like verdant veils, drape over the brook that flows lazily through the center of the village. As you maneuver down, the water is clear and sparkling. You catch the midday sun in a dazzling display of light as it gently meanders around smooth, moss-covered stones. You can see children playing near the brook's edge, their laughter carried on the wind as they splash in the shallow waters. Their carefree and joy stark contrast to the perils that you have just faced. Further down, a pair of elderly villagers sit by the water, contently fishing with a simple rack, exchanging quiet words and chuckles. The tranquility of the scene is balm, a reminder of the simpler, peaceful moments that still exist in this world. And I'm going to send you a picture of that, but I think I want to end tonight's session before we get into the village. Because just as we end this session, Otto, Killian, you spot from the right some hairy-footed, pointy-eared, chaotic, giggling boys. As they peek through like the tall grass, you see a set of forest gnomes. Just giggling and pointing at Otto, and then as you notice them, they tuck behind the tall grass, and we'll end right there. Alright, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Dun, dun, dun.
For the last episode before we get banned.
Cliffhanger after. And all right, I don't want to set the viewers up for too much, but this might be the next episode. Might be the greatest episode of D&D history. And
I might not be here.
I want you to have an open mind, okay?
Just know you probably won't be able to watch it on video on demand. So
YouTube's gonna kick that shit off so fast.
You got to enjoy it in real time, because this could be a fleeting episode.
Hey,
it'll be banned.
It'll be censored. It's okay.
Flash, how would you enjoy it in real time? What do you got to do if you want to enjoy it in real time?
I suppose if you like and subscribe and follow us on other socials, we might have it somewhere you can watch it, or maybe even we'll set up a Patreon and stream it there. Who knows? We'll find out next time.
Yeah. And quick shout out to the guy that pays the bills. 20% off when you order 3 or more minis. We're getting fucking
on
slammed.
Shop and D&D.
What platform's that?
Oh, yes. Etsy Shop and D&D.
Etsy.
You can all the socials are / Shop and D&D. So yeah. And join the Discord.
I say they're pretty sick.
It's fun. We're gonna get some painting competitions going over there, starting here in a week, and some other fun shit, nerd shit.
Hell yeah!
You get to see shit that he isn't showing off yet. You know what I mean? You get to see some underground things.
You get to join a community of like-minded individuals.
Yeah, nerds. Nerds!
Hell yeah!
I like it. All right, guys.